The Nature Conservancy, or TNC as we're commonly called in the Pacific, has been working on a project for the last 4 years in 3 countries: Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea and the Republic of the Marshall Islands. And this project has been about helping communities and their ecosystems or natural resources become more resilient to climate change. This project has helped us learn many lessons along the way, and we'd like to share some of the most important ones with you.
Climate change is a developmental issue. It's a cross-cutting issue. It passes on health, it passes on school, it passes on ground, it passes on forest.
If communities and their ecosystems are going to be resilient, it's to a range of impacts, not just climate change. So that was our first lesson for the project, that it was about building resilience, not just to climate change, but to many, many different impacts. If you have a strong community and strong and healthy natural resources, then they're going to be resilient to an all range of impacts, not just climate change. So a really important phase for our project was helping communities identify issues themselves. So rather than someone externally thinking about what the issues are for communities, it's really important that they themselves identify the issues of most importance to them. By using tools such as video, group discussion, working with staff that are already embedded in those communities, we can get a real understanding of what the issues are that are most important. Instead of being sort of the subject of a documentary, those people were able to go off and make their own film and think about the issues themselves.
Now, maybe all facing more problems but before time I think no.
Before tali saya estapanta na seluara peles olmangi staplongnya. Stapia na iko trulo hapia ol travel diwaya buruk na ting na si burukim kona. Kotrulo poinnya. Na emnya bus. Na naukulo seluara. See go inside. Mr. Tim na inokut platumas.
Before time seluara belum bela isi lo kecimol, opini mol kagai belum bela. So koksim pis nambot swim lori ponem. But now mi bela rundown lo population lo pis now.
This movie is creating a big awareness that it got problems in the place. Problem to do with climate change or come na. I question plan problem lo passing lo sit down a place, passing lo produce kai, passing lo imi go out of Salawara na imi travel on a place, passing lo kai grow a place will change. A big problem.
So not only do we want to help people understand what the issues are and how to manage their natural resources better, but the next step is really making sure that they have a voice in decision making, so that not only do they identify their issues, but these can be part of decision making by government and by external agencies and by community leaders themselves.
Now let's have like to welcome lo Yumogata lo community, lo gam looking first screening lo video lo plus premiere. And part of our participatory video. And I am this video re lo you made lo community. Or when I look lo community, sit down lo community, you me di mi wogi all ting me, you me di miximol pixel me, na you me di wogi sa video me.
Suppose emi gare ma kota video sem matem som lo other communities more than kota sabe conserve mo kota areas mo kota like lo sea and lo land me think me very important now this wala video ya.
Most of the communities we work in are still largely subsistence based. So by that we mean that they rely on natural resources for both their income and also their food security. So without healthy natural resource base, communities cannot derive enough income or food security to both feed their families and also pay for things like school fees. So a large part of this project has been helping communities understand how to manage their resources better so that they're there for the long term, not just short term.
The work on climate change, especially on community adaptation measures, also addresses the work on Coral Triangle Support Partnership, where we're looking at addressing food security, marine conservation that addresses, assist people to how they could secure food and their livelihood.
Because the population increase, by our resources go down, number go down. So we have to maintain the population stock to meet the demand of the local communities. So this means by we must create more LMMA or Nordic zone area. Come up with more population of marine resources.
Okata people blomi lo chibokom okata happy to much people living this wala reef as a conservation place. So me fala no touch him, me fala no sabi come fishing anymore along this wala area. And this time me fala look him, everything him come back more.
Lo side lo ecosystem longol, mose moli depend lo omblai lo narpla so emi come up in good la all come up good or come up healthy na only grow good inside lo this la tambu area. So lo sem lo mina lo side lo climate change mose lo management areas lumbla mi can resistant now lo side lo climate change.
Mangrove mi got plan to use plong and because me play kolong mangrove, live long mangrove, na rus plong mangrove, look out in fish, look out in kina, look out in puka, when me play sago kisim. Same time too mangrove yan, but me play sago katimol, mangrove long cam na walking bed lo wasim pelet, bed long look out in house cook, me play walking mol likidik house cook or likidik house or same. Long garden all stick long mangrove ya mi play sa yusim long help mi play it long walking walk mi play inside the house cook.
And the other issue that's really important is that decision making needs to be inclusive. Research all over the world demonstrates that when marginalised groups such as women are more included in decision making, the results are better for everybody. As a result, we've deliberately engaged with a number of women's groups across this project, and the results have been quite amazing. In 4 short years, many of these women are rising up to be powerful voices in their communities.
When TNC hem come in Lomifala, hem really picture Mifala out that this is your resources now. This is happening to you, Isabel, this time. And time Mifala open him eyes, blow Mifala out, Mifala say, well, why now Ibaba Imiza Sida Noma, the Imiza say, yes, we have to do something. Mifala stay behind here. We are just in the kitchens. Mainly wakabla Mifala kitchen noma, gardening noma, look after pickaninnies noma osin. Time Mifala partnership with them TNC this time, Mifala open up. Biklo walk blumi am lokam lo place na tok konto mon Mary lo halpim walk lo sibio sa mo sibio stapinis. Na mi Mary ba mi kam na tok konto Mary so. On Mary gon lari mon manta so li walk because sa sebe block climate change time kam em no kam no manta so. Kam no Mary pigini olgata. So mi kam lo long encourage mo lo same time mo sibio walk to walk. On Mary tu mas take part konto mo long helping mo lo dis law walk lo heavy block climate change kam so mi block kata ken strong long support him sit down lo mi block all kita inside lo one community.
Before, it got top down, on top it go down. That's all now. Sabe tu, istablong village, istablong island, istablong manong place, na planning, I must stop tamlo, I quantum. Kapma now I behind this patinding all call him bottom-up approach to planning.
People that are directly impacted by some of these issues, such as climate change, have a voice in how those decisions are going to be made and become the decision makers themselves. And communities that are organised and have a plan are much more likely to attract support and interest from both government and external agencies. So we've used a range of tools to help communities get organised with their planning and also to access this support.
This model will be of benefit to the people, the resource owners, in making decisions. This kind of information is lacking at the community level or right down to the what's level where they are the resource owners. People at the community level are not educated enough to read the flat maps, but with the three-dimensional model, they are able to actually see and make decisions.
This will see level him up, or maybe climate change happened this time. Him giving me fella knowledge that me fella must try for move, and also even finding food blow me fella. Try for making some fella planning, maybe sustainable harvesting, not go to Maslow place where me fella go, but try to find somewhere else instead of 3D modeling map, me from your side looking too.
This can be linked up directly to the budget process. So annually, when the national government allocates money, it comes to the provincial government, but it goes down the line to local level government and ward government. It's a good tool because this tool will identify the people's need, the people's challenges, the people's problem. This model is the way forward for Manus.
By building strong foundations, we feel that it's about really building strong and trusted relationships in the places where we work. So our community partners really trust us and we trust them to work together to look at these issues. And then also we really want to help communities have access to information and awareness so they understand what the impacts are that they're facing.
The effect of climate change is something that our people did not know, especially in managing our rainforests, managing our fishing ground. But I believe when we signed that MOU between the TNC, it made way for our people to be aware, to be educated, that they must know how to conserve their rainforest, their fishing ground, traditional fishing ground, and how they are going to sustain their livelihood in future and conserve what it needs to be conserved for the future generation.
So many people in the places where we work have no access to the internet, barely any access to a mobile phone, and so they really benefit from international organisations like TNC being able to help give people access to information, to the latest science, and also to information about what development might be coming along their way that they haven't heard about. So we really feel that that's a really strong early stage in our project and a continuing stage after this project ends.
Okay, this la voyage mi play look long connecting culture, soil conservation, and climate change. Using this la culture, lo canoe, go out long Pacific Island, na serim, when all climate change adaptations practices we mi play line manu si go long practicing. Na tu go say more na Pacific Island, na line too long on that Pacific Island. Long when all adaptations practices we all too only work along practicing, so we can learn from them. Na all too only can learn him mi platu.
So mi platu i mamastru long arim plan di nice platok na mi platu i look forward long wanem kind of tok mi arim today mi bla besat long behind him too long try bring him good lesson down mi bla. So mi got plan di forest na marine resource mi bla na I think tete mi play privilege land long arim all good la awareness long we na au long lookout mola resources na marine resource na even long forest mi bla tu.
One of the foundations of a strong project or strong work is around governance. So it sounds cliche, but really strong community governance leads to better resilience to all range of impacts. So not only should communities be able to access government processes, but this project also supported the strengthening of their own tribal networks, which existed long before the governments came along.
I am the interim executive director of the secretariat that supports the work of the Manu Sendrasasi Resource Development Network. And this particular network comprises of 8 tribal council of chiefs, which are actually spread across 5 local level government council in Manus province. And we would like to use this particular organization as a way of trying to assist our people in terms of socio-economic issues, in terms of the social mobilization of our people, in terms of looking at our cultural heritage, how we can be able to secure the future of our generations. We have a number of NGOs, particularly the Nature Conservancy, who have been advocating, for sustainable use of management in terms of conservation, in terms of adaptation. And I think, these are the things that people have always been looking forward to. And our partners have created these opportunities, and we are very thankful that such a partnership should continue so that we can realize our dreams.
There is absolutely no doubt that Pacific Island countries are facing a range of impacts from climate change and rapid development. They're some of the most vulnerable countries in the world to these impacts. But the people in these countries, from the grassroots community level to local organisations to even at the national government level, are really the inspiration behind some of this work and about dealing with and building resilience to climate change. They are the ones that are going to build a strong natural resource base to ensure that they and their families are resilient in the future.